Last year, we took a trip of faith to Ukraine. There was a lot of spiritual opposition for us to go because of the dangers, because of the war, the time of the year that we were going to go. 7 individuals stepped up and went with us to Ukraine. What was unbelievable was how God was able to protect us during that trip. We were able to go all the way to the front line where the Russians and Ukrainians were fighting. We were able to see the destruction. We were able to see the need of the people. We were able to share the gospel openly. We were able to feed the individuals that were working and living there. And there's a particular story that I want to share today. We were in a city called Borova, between the two regions where you probably hear in the news a lot, where a lot of the bombing are taking place. We were sharing openly the message of the gospel on top of a stage. We were able to deliver food to about 500 people there. And then a couple months later, we received a WhatsApp message letting us know their bomb went through the theater where we were serving. And that just put in perspective that we could have died in that particular trip. We were not, nothing could have prevented us from being in harm's way. Only God could do that. But then in that particular town, there was a soldier that we met. He came running to us and he was speaking Ukrainian. Luckily, we had a translator there. And he kept saying, thank you. He said, thank you for being here. Where everyone has abandoned us, you are here. He kept saying thank you over and over again. And we asked him to share a little bit about his story. He said that his wife and himself were in the front line for a couple of months now. And he asked us to pray for him. So we pray for him. We lay our hands on him. And at the end of the prayer, he reaches for his badge, he takes it off, and he gives us the badge where he belongs to. And the badge it belongs to the battalion of Badgers. And he was explaining to us what he did. So this little gift is a really reminder of how God manifests himself, even in a war-torn country where we can share the gospel. We know that God is working and is able to do amazing things in our church. The last 3 years, we have taken 9 mission trips to 5 different countries. And even last week, we had our first high school student mission trip where 16 students went for the first time away into a foreign country. They were actively sharing the gospel. They were actively engaging with one another. They were building relationships. And this is what we're thriving for. We want a church to be engaged, to be on mission, to be passionate to share the gospel, not only with their neighbors here in Silver Spring, but are also around the world. We're also praying that the church becomes a center, that they can plant churches around the world. And we know God is able to do so.